specific plays or memories stand out from that matchup from last year?
I would say when we played them at home, I've been working on this little move, and I did the move. I turned around, and I thought I had got him. I made him shift a little bit. I turned around, he was right there, and I was like, oh yeah, this is about to be a battle. That was probably the one play that got me going, because I was like, I had my shot blocked in a real long time, so I was like, yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Did he block you or what happened?
Yeah, he blocked it, and
Yeah.
then I tripped over a fan and fell on the ground, so it just made it that much worse. And I was like, all right, now I'm gonna have to go at you with everything I got. So.
Did he say anything or did you say anything after?
I mean, he did his little talk, but it's whatever.
There may not be many people left, but how did your eyes light up when you saw Tennessee was going to be on the schedule?
Oh, Tennessee and Ole Miss, both of those games are going to be real important to me. Last time I walked off of an Ole Miss court, they were throwing trash at us, and I remember getting hit in the face with a box of popcorn and then a really big T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I still have the T-shirt. I'm probably going to wear it after we beat them. I hope they know that's coming. But and then.
I mean, Rick Barnes is left, obviously, but I don't
we're
know
not even
who
going to
else
speak
is.
on that game. Just know we're going to see you soon.
That's personal, right? I mean, it's weird to
we're
play
gonna
it in
see
San
you
Antonio at 10 o'clock.
It's fine.
But-
We'll play at 5 a.m. if we got to. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, you want to get buckets.
That's all I got to say. I'll see you soon.
DJ, you've been in college and seen kind of the NIL process from the beginning and how it's gone through the entirety. How have you seen NIL benefit the student athlete?
I've seen it go both ways. I've seen some guys get the money and they just decide all right, I got what I wanted. And I've seen a lot of guys such as myself and such as Casey who come in and use it to the fullest of every extent. We're able to give back to the community if we decide to. We're able to do things for our family if we decide to, and ourselves. Where I'd say when I was at Winthrop, they gave us all the things that they could, but this is just a whole different push. I don't know. I feel like it's important. I love it. I know a lot of people hate it.
What has been your favorite thing from that NIL experience that you've seen so far? You said obviously you've seen it to the fullest experience, but what has been your favorite aspect of it so far that you've done or experienced so far?
I would say just the connections that you make when you meet all these people. I met a lot of people who've been helping me with my real estate journey, things like that. Just all the connections in general, and seeing the way the kids respond is always awesome. I used to light up like that when when players would come back, and visit us. We have a lot of football players, but having that basketball perspective is everything to me.
What did you guys learn from the Georgia scrimmage? I know you didn't play apparently,
Yeah.
but did you get to watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
What did you learn from your courtside seat?
I would just say that we have to be consistent. Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to say too much more, but
it's no longer a
if
secret.
we're consistent,
It's a secret that day, but not anymore.
yeah, but I feel like if we stay consistent, we can play with any team and possibly beat every team in the country. I don't feel like there's any game we lose if we play the way we should after that day.
Going off of that, last year this team went from being 15th in the conference to finishing 6th in the conference. How do you plan to even improve that, build off that this year, and be competitive in the ACC?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what they have us ranked this year, but we plan on trying our best to become number one. I think that's a goal every year, but I think that we've done a lot better job of having goal-oriented plans that will allow us to do so if we do everything we're supposed to.
How do you work on not fouling? Is there a way to practice that? Is there a way to prepare for that? I mean, I don't know. Do they bring officials into practice? How do you work on it?
Well, Coach Keith is really good at attacking our weaknesses. So he'll put me in a drill where I have to stand there, and he'll have everybody lined up, and I just got to do wall up every single person on the team twice. Drills like that. Defensive drills, I'll be in a ball screen drill for the first 20 minutes of practice, every day. So he's gonna make sure that we improve on our weaknesses, and it's not just for me myself, but he's very good at attacking every player's weaknesses and make sure that we all become stronger.
Do you feel like that's somewhere, if you have that reputation, that officials are quicker to call that on you?
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially with me. I play for the same officials in the Big South, so they already knew what to expect. It's not like anything was new for them. So yeah, they definitely, they remember you. They don't forget.
You sometimes got to learn that you have frustration fouls too. Sometimes where something may not go your way in one end or in one way, and then all of a sudden.
Yeah, for sure. I try not to do that as much now, but I did have a few moments last year for sure. I don't think there'll be too many of that this year. I've been working on keeping a level head.
Chill, mellow.
Yeah,
DJ.
for sure.
Is it frustrating? Obviously, if you have to come off the court or whatever. How do you I don't know. What's it like to be out there? You're obviously an important part of the offense, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh man, what happened? I'm sitting on the bench.
Yeah, I think foul trouble is probably the thing that frustrates me the most because that's the thing that could be the most easily avoided. And it's not mad at the refs. I'm mad at myself for like, how could you, knowing what you mean to this team, how could you let them down by going and doing something that we don't need right now? That's kind of how I look at it.
DJ, I know you spoke about in the press conference how like the Wolfpack and the coaches brought you that family feeling. How have you brought that energy to the transfers coming in this year?
Sure, just taking them in. I got my own house out in Raleigh, and I offered a few of the guys. I was like, I have a few extra bedrooms. If you guys don't want to live in SIG with the team, y'all can always move in with me. One of them just recently took me up on that offer, so I just gained a new roommate. Just doing anything to make them feel at home. I know how it was for me being one of the new guys coming in, so just doing anything to make them feel welcome. I helped all of them move in, and just doing anything we can to make sure that they enjoyed as well.
And who was that, if you don't mind sharing?
What's that?
Who that took you up on the offer?
Oh, Jane Taylor.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
We'll probably be roommates soon.
I got you.
Most of the players on the team didn't commit to NC State originally. A lot of guys came in and transferred. Is that something that you guys maybe have as a bonding moment for you guys, that you all found a second home in NC State or third?
Right. I mean, for me, I'm the type of guy, I don't think I've ever met a stranger. So when those guys came in, I think one of the first days there, I'm like, let's all go bowling or play paintball or do something. I'm like, I want to get to know you guys. I want to see you outside of a practice setting. When you see someone in the gym, it's totally different. Like, someone may be loud on the court and be the quietest person you ever met, and vice versa off. And, just being able to learn your teammates, I put them in uncomfortable positions. I'm like, let's go to dinner one-on-one, me and you, and let's just talk. And, a lot of guys, they find that real awkward, but now they love it.
Anybody been in the studio with you?
Not yet. We got some stuff we're working on soon, though.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I know from talking to Casey earlier this offseason, he said that you guys obviously can't go on the foreign trip, but a lot of times you guys have spent time in the woods playing paintball and things like that. I mean, like, what types of bonding things have you guys really done as a team as well?
Oh man, I tore them up in paintball. I let them have it. Things like that. We go bowling a lot together. We'll stack a whole bunch of TVs up in a room and have a 2K tournament, a 2-game elimination, just doing anything to bond. I probably say I see, outside of practice, I hang out with about 3 or 4 guys on the team every single day, even if it's the weekend, unless I go home. So, yeah, we always spend time together.
What are some of the off-court opportunities you've had coming into this year? Being more nationally recognized and things like that.
I've recently shot my first 3 commercials. That's been the most interesting thing I've ever got to experience. You don't really realize how much work goes into that stuff until you're in it. It's kind of cool, and seeing everything that's going down. Just being able to open up to a whole new avenue that before wasn't an option is amazing.
Are you acting in them, like memorizing lines, like comedy? What kind of stuff do you do?
Yeah, the first one, the CVS one that just actually dropped yesterday, I don't speak much. It's more like a basketball thing, and they have a narrator. But the other 2, yeah, we have lines, and it took me a long time to get that right because I felt like I kept laughing when I was doing it because I was just like, I couldn't even believe that I was doing this. It was kind of crazy.
Who are those other 2 for? Can we look forward to?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say
Okay,
one,
gotcha.
but the other one is Mount Olive Pickles. We'll do that one soon. The pickle juicers.
Okay. You guys are playing Mount Olive next week, though.
Yeah, for
So.
sure. We'll throw some pickles at them.
Yeah.
What is that like, getting an experience like that, off the court and kind of being able to, grow, I guess, as a person, getting a new experience like that?
I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit intimidated because it's different when you're answering questions about things you're comfortable with. But when they put you in a whole new aspect and they're like, you have to stand at this angle and say this, and they're making you record it like 47 times just for like a 2-second cut, it was definitely something I had to get used to. But now, I look forward to doing more of it.
Is that something you kind of thought you'd be able to do when NIL kind of became a thing, be able to do that?
I had zero idea that it could be that. I thought it would be more like, I do an Instagram post or something, not like actually going out and driving 6 hours to a city for a commercial, that type of stuff. But it's definitely been what I thought it would be, but a lot more as well.
Where'd you drive to?
The furthest one so far was I did one in Six Flags in Virginia. That one was pretty cool. I think the drive was like 5 hours, but I rode with, at the time, my girlfriend, so that made it a little longer.
At the time, she was your girlfriend, or at the time?
Yeah, no, she was at the time.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
not anymore.
I ain't gonna ask about that any further.
Yeah, just leave it there.
In terms of
basketball, you guys definitely have a lot of new pieces. What have you seen, I guess, defensively? Everybody likes to focus on offense. The Kings likes to hang his hat on defense. What have you seen as far as some of these new guys coming in and how you guys are able to gel?
As soon as you said defense, the only thing that filled my head was Mo Dr. That guy, man, that feels like he's 7 foot when he's guarding me, and when he's guarding our guards, it feels like he's 6'2" and the quickest guy ever. He's one of those guys who just takes pride in it. I don't even know if he notices that he's taking pride in it, but he takes that jump personally. Like, you're not scoring on him, and if you are, he's pissed, and that's the energy we need. That's something that I can feed off of, and honestly, something that I've learned that from him. Like, you're not scoring on me. Like, whatever I got to do to learn that, I definitely got that mentality a little bit from him this year.
And then last year, the way things ended in Denver when we were there, obviously not the way that you guys wanted to go out. But just what can you learn from that experience of the NCAA tournament, but just how you said you got to play up to your best, it can be all done in one night.
Yeah, that's what I was just telling one of the guys here. That was the most humbling experience I've had in basketball. You come in and you have this expectation that you're going to do things, and when you don't properly prepare, that's what's going to happen. I had one of the worst games I've ever played in my life, if not the worst, and it definitely gave me a perspective on how hard I need to work so that never happens again.
Does that make you, more motivated to get back to that point again and be able to write that?
Yeah, I wish we had them on the schedule this year, but unfortunately not. Maybe we see them in the tournament again, but yeah, that game. It definitely taught me a lot about myself and how I need to become tougher. You think you're tough until you put in that situation, and that definitely taught me a lot about myself.
I was gonna say that, not to say that you wouldn't have, but how much did that help you to kind of refocus this offseason on things that you needed to improve on?
Well, I watched the game, I want to say at least 8 times, all the way through, even when I wasn't in. And I just got so mad at myself, man. I'm just like, we're in timeouts, and I'm like staring up in the stands like we're not getting beat right now. And I just learned a lot about how I need to lock in on not just from an aspect of the basketball, but all the things around it as well.
Go ahead.
Is it more just like a focus thing of kind of learning just to be focused the entire game like that? Or?
Not so much just being focused, but being intentional. I don't think that we did everything with the right intent. I think that we wanted to win the game, but we didn't want to do the little things that were going to help us win. So.
Besides that NCAA tournament game, are there any other moments from that season that you kind of look back on and you focus in on in the off season that you can work on and work longer than for this upcoming season?
Yeah, the Virginia game. That was an interesting game for me because I'd never been double teamed like that in my life. Not only were they double teaming me, but I couldn't find any option to pass the ball. So it was just real rough. So I've done a lot of work. Most of my workouts outside of the team when I have off time, I'm having my friends come and they're going to send a double team at me and come, things like that. Working on live action. That was real important to me because I don't think I've ever seen a double team that I could not pass the ball at him. Like, it was always an option until that game. I never felt like that.
One guy that was pretty tough on you last year, Ben Middlebrooks. Now you have him on your team. How different is that, and how much has he kind of challenged you this offseason too?
He can't take those charges in practice. Let me just say that. But honestly, I was just so focused on not getting the charge that I was like, I forgot to play basketball. At one point, and then when we played them at home, it was kind of like I just had this mentality like I don't really care what happens. I'm just gonna go out and give it my all, and it went well for me, but not the team. I think that I could have did a better job of being a good teammate when I played against Ben because I was so focused on myself that it kind of took away from the team aspect.
You mentioned Mo Dr. I covered him last year at Mizzou. Just what does he bring, coming from a conference like the SEC, and how is his game kind of different in the SEC compared to how you guys play in the ACC?
Sure. I don't think there's any drop-off. I still see him dunking on people. I still see him snatching shots out the air. He blocks a lot of threes, which just surprises me. Like, you think you got a shot, and then he just smacks it to the wall. He's just a guy. He brings the energy, but he doesn't say much. Maybe that's because when he first got here, we used to pick on him because we couldn't really understand what he was saying. Him being from a different country and everything. But yeah, he's one of those guys. He's just naturally an energy guy, and he doesn't even have to say much. He displays it with his play, so that's what's very important to us.
What do you tell all of those guys that may have come from different conferences just about what this league is and how it may differ from where they came from?
Sure. I'll tell you just about Coach Keats. He gives you the ultimate freedom on offense, and he's like, as long as you do everything that you need to do, I tell every single one, as long as you handle your business, and he sees you work on these shots, you have the ultimate freedom, and that's something that most schools don't have. I don't think I've I've ever had it like this until I got here. So I just tell the guys, work your butt off, and he's gonna make sure that you have fun. He's gonna make sure that you get the opportunities you want and need. So that's important.
Has Mo been the most surprising transfer, or somebody else, stick out for you?
I'm gonna be very honest with you. Cam Woods is a dog. I really hope he gets cleared to play. I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna be very key for us. He's a dog, man. I don't see too many people stopping him when he's going full speed at you, or pretty much offensively at all. I don't see too many people stopping him this year.
Can you stop him?
Yeah, but I mean, if you ask me, I can stop LeBron. But
DJ, how would you describe your game? And then also, kind of secondly, how good can this team be this year?
I would describe my game this year as being still in the post, but having the option to extend out. I'm gonna make them have to play me honest more so than passing up shots. Do certain things. I've been working on all 3 levels of the game, and I'll definitely be more of an offensive threat. And for our team, I think we're a fast-paced team, and we're gonna get after you from the jump. We're gonna press you, and then we're gonna come at you on offense full speed. And I think that back to myself again, that the shape that I've gotten in is gonna be able to help me keep up with the team a lot. So the fast breaks won't be slowing down.
Has it been slimming down for you? Has it just been getting that endurance up so far this offseason?
Not just slimming down, but toning it up. It's kind of pointless to lose the weight if you don't put in the work that is going to maintain it. So I think that's been the biggest thing for me, and completely changing my diet. I kind of took the approach that I had my freshman year to really need to lock in and cut out anything that's going to be unnecessary. So everything that we do is move with intention now. So
you say more of an offensive weapon. Do you mean more versatility or just more scoring in general?
All of the above. If you leave me open from 3, I'm not gonna do a dribble handoff. You're gonna burn. Just working from all 3 levels, just taking what I got instead of being a more timid and looking for opportunity. It's more like I'm gonna take it this year.
DJ, for you, it seemed like the team was really, really close last year. What kind of responsibility do you take on making sure that the team is tight-knit group and together heading into the season?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm the guy who plans the stuff that we do that's not team. I'm like, you guys, let's go eat some food together, or let's go play paintball. Even if it's don't fault me. If we go out somewhere together, I'm pretty much the guy who's gonna be the one that everybody, come on, this is where we're going, this is what we're doing. I'll always make sure that the guys are safe, but we're gonna have some fun as well, and that's helped us grow a lot.
Who's the best bowler on the team?
Well, the last few times we went, Casey was winning, so I would say Casey. I think the last 3 times we went, he won. So.
How great has it been to play with Casey and his maturity and leadership, and also what he's able to do on the floor with the way he guards and the way he makes shots?
Oh man, I've also, I take something away from all my teammates, all the positives. He's one of those guys. He doesn't get rattled. He can miss a million shots and he knows that next one's going in. He's one of those guys. He can mess up a defensive assignment and it's not going to bother him for the next 5 plays. And I feel like that's something I've tried to learn from him specifically.
DJ, is there an opponent you're facing in the ACC this year who you think is going to be the toughest?
Nah, no, not at all. I think that with the proper preparation, we can beat any team in our conference.
Who's been the kind of building on that a little bit individually? Who's been maybe toughest? Who's been the best matchup for you? That's kind of you have to bring a little extra for in the ACC.
Armando scored the most, and he also gave us close to 30 with 20 rebounds. So I would say him. I got some foul trouble in that game. It wasn't, they weren't as fortunate in the second game, but I definitely say he was the toughest matchup if I had to pick one.
And what is it about his game you think that kind of was tricky for you?
That man can miss 4 shots and he'll get 4 rebounds until he makes it. That was a big thing. So he's just one of those people. He's gonna try to dog you. If you don't have that dog in you, he's gonna try to take advantage of you for sure.
You went through the transfer process and everything. The transfer portal one-time rules is new and everything, but it's quick. It happens really fast. What was your mindset going in? And kind of what was that? Speak on that process a little bit of the transfer portal.
I've been, this is my 3rd school, my 4th staff. So I was like, wherever I go, I'm going to go somewhere where it feels like the coach has not only our team's best interests, but myself personally. I didn't want to go anywhere where it was like, you're gonna be here. You're just like another person on the team. I wanted it to be like somewhere where I felt like we all were included, and somewhere where the coach had a respect level, but he also wasn't gonna treat us like crap to get the job done. Coach Keith, he's a very personable person, and from the jump, it just felt like this is where I should be.
And how did you narrow that down? I mean, it happened so fast. I mean, to be able to establish relationships, to be able to do all that stuff. How did you narrow it down so quickly?
Yeah, my phone was blowing up as soon as I went to the portal, and for a second, I stopped answering phone calls, and it was like, I think it was like the second day out of the portal, I decided I was like, I'm gonna answer a few phone calls today. He called me, and that was the last one I accepted. I went on a visit, and I didn't take any more visits after that. I was like, I know where I'm at. I don't know why. It was like something just was pulling me towards state, and I just went with my gut.
Yeah, seems like it worked out.
So it feels like the fan base in the city of Raleigh has really embraced you over the last year. How does that feel, and how much confidence does that instill in you to kind of go out and perform every night when you know the whole city kind of has your back?
Oh man, it's awesome. The way they've embraced me has been way more than I ever thought it would be, and could have even imagined, to be honest. I didn't think that every time I touch the ball, like, they'd be chanting my name, but it's also, it has the aspect of like, you better not let these people down. You see how they feel about you, so it just makes you want to work even that much harder, just knowing that there's a whole city behind you, and fans outside of that as an extension that are just crazy about you. I'm crazy about them too.